Magpul shot for fun, AK-47 beat and 3-stripe AK-15.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a video discussing the differences between aluminum USGI mags and Pmags, Magpul and Pmags, so just polymer magazines. These are the most popular mags nowadays. These are the ones that are currently being issued to the military. But we're going to discuss the two differences between these two magazines, why these ones I think are better, why these ones have more failure points. But I'm going to discuss both failure points in each of them and just tell you guys my opinion. And at the end, we could have a discussion in the comment section. But if that sounds like something you guys would enjoy, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And let's get into the video. All right, guys, so just to start off, if you guys weren't aware, currently in the US military, they're actually issued the plastic polymer Pmags. So they used to be issued these ones, the Colt aluminum or steel magazines, the USGI mags, but they actually don't use these anymore. Some people still stand by these and they think these ones are better, but I'm going to go over some reasons why I think these ones are actually better and the plastic is a superior material for magazines, okay? You guys can see a lot of torture tests for these magazines being done between both mags, other people testing how they are with durability. The difference with aluminum or USGI mags is that since it's metal, it has a tendency to start to bend from easy drops from just certain small impacts. So if you drop these and you drop it on the feed lips by whatever chance may be, these will actually bend the feed lamps inside, causing the magazine to no longer be able to accept bullets or feed properly. So it could get really malfunctioned and really screwed up just from simply dropping it, okay? That's one malfunction. There's another test that somebody did with a torture test that's even more extreme, to where they ran it over with a van, I believe, and there's those other tests where people ran it over with a pickup truck. Regardless of what they're running it over with, they're running it over with a vehicle, and the Pmag, the plastic Magpul Pmag, was always the one that came out on top. Mag comes out on top is because the Magpul mags are actually made out of plastic, obviously. So the polymer, when it gets ran over, it's actually flexing against the force that impacts it, okay? So if a vehicle runs this over, the magazine will bend inside and it will flex back to material. I can't bend it because there's ammo in here, but yeah, even if there's ammo in here, when it's getting ran over, it'll flex a little bit, versus this, if this is getting any pressure on it, it's going to get ran over, it's going to bend in certain spots, and it's going to hang up. The follower is not going to return back to place. There's a lot of problems that could happen with these. These are not horrible magazines. These could be very reliable, and they're not bad. I just personally don't like them. I also believe that the polymer Pmags feed better into a rifle due to the material and how it's made. Just the plastic has a tendency to feed smoother into the aluminum, okay? When you got aluminum against aluminum, it's like you're scraping metal on metal, and this tends to feed into your mag well or like start to mar it up. It's not that I care about my magazine well getting marred up, but if it mars it enough in the same spot, it could start to create an area where it catches. So you guys don't want to do that. You guys want the most simple, basic reliability in your weapon system, okay? You want functionality, okay? So what I recommend is just getting Pmags. You guys can get these really affordable nowadays, and they have these at every single store. You could get these at Palmetto State Armory, Shields, probably Big Five, whatever store you have nearby, Sportsman's Warehouse, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop. You guys could find these everywhere. These ones aren't as common anymore, though you can find them. I just don't personally like them. I'll put some links below in the description if you guys want to check out these videos. They're doing torture tests on these videos from multiple different channels, Classic Firearms and some other independent YouTubers, just smaller channels. They do their own private testing with these magazines to prove which ones are more reliable or which ones have failure points in different areas, right? Well, the thing is, the Pmag almost always comes out on top just by the fact that it has flexibility in being a plastic magazine. Like I said, this one is aluminum. It's gonna bend, and if it gets any bends at all, if it loses its shape, it's gonna stay that shape, okay? If this one loses its shape, it's gonna flex and be perfectly fine. Not to mention, these ones, nothing ever happens to them when you drop them out of the rifle. The most that might happen is if you drop this, one bullet might pop out of the top of the feed lips, but you just pick it up, put a bullet in, or just pick it up and throw that mag in the rifle. These, if you drop them the wrong way, if they land like this and a rock hits them on a boulder, even like a small pebble just hits them with enough impact, it could cause a little dent in here, and just that hitting that aluminum will impact it and cause the follower to get held up, okay? So it's a problem that a lot of people don't mention. These aren't horrible magazines. I don't want to shit on USGI mags, but people who swear by them and say, don't use a plastic mag, don't use Magpul Pmags, I think they just don't have enough experience using these, and they're kind of just swearing by like old FUD technology, okay? When this isn't even really FUD technology, but it's just, these were the magazines, these were the kind of magazines they were using back in like the Vietnam days, though they started with the little 20 round short box mags. But yeah, even for the 20 rounders, they make 20 rounders for the Pmags, so Magpul just makes better products, in my opinion, than people who make the aluminum or steel magazines. These ones have much more a much longer track record in today's battlefield, and they're being used by like every service member in training and active duty. So yeah, law enforcement uses Pmags, military uses Pmags, everybody uses Pmags. So it's up to you. It's personal preference. It's your decision, obviously. But me personally, if I have to get a magazine for defense of life and liberty and personal defense as a prepared citizen, as a patriot, I'm gonna choose polymer Pmags from Magpul. This is my personal option. It's what I keep on my plate carrier and in my chest rigs. These ones aren't bad for range days, but I've also had malfunctions in these mags where I've never had a malfunction in a Pmag. Can't tell you why. Could have been the ammo that day or whatever the case may be. Rifle could have been dirty, but I had a malfunction that I've had in this magazines that I've never had with the Pmag, and these ones always just feed smoother, like I said earlier in the video. When I'm going to do a reload and I take this out of the rifle and I feed it, this one just feels like the way it feeds for some reason is smoother. I don't know if it's because I've worn them in and used them more, or just because, like I said, the plastic is a different material. It has more lubricity or whatever. So it's just gonna feed a lot better. This one with the sharp edges and stuff like that, it'll get caught on stuff. It'll start to mar your rifle and like scrape things up, which isn't bad. It just gives your rifle character, but it could create malfunctions, and that's something you never want. Tell me what you think. Comment down below. I'd love to start a discussion with you guys in the community and see what you guys think. I think more people are going to support the Pmags. I did a little poll in it on the community chat, and more of you guys voted for the Pmags. Though you never know, some people still like these. Like I said, they're not FUD technology, but they are outdated, and less stores are selling these versus these. You can find these are really good deals if you shop around, apply a discount code, or just buy them here by little. But yeah, guys, comment down below in the comment section, polymer Pmags or USGI metal, aluminum, or steel magazines. In my opinion, I'm always going to choose polymer Pmags. This plastic, or whatever you guys want to call it, plastic polymer, has been tried, true, and tested by militaries around the world and by law enforcement. If they could test it, if it's good for battle, then it's good for us on the civilian side. All we're going to ever use it for most likely is a home defense scenario, shooting about 5 rounds or maybe 10. But realistically, these are really tested. These are very reliable. Both of them could be reliable, but regardless of what you get, make sure you're testing your gear, you're vetting it. This may be a reliable mag, but your rifle may not be reliable and may have feeding problems at the current time. So make sure you're testing both of them. But in my personal opinion, these ones are better. These ones also have a different fitment though. So if you guys could tell by the profile on this one has a smaller footprint, the USGI mag. So that's one benefit of it. If you look at the base plate right here, the base plate on the polymer Pmag by Magpul has a much bigger footprint. It's a lot fatter and beefier. But this one is just a slim line look. So depending on what mag pouches you have, this may fit looser and this one are gonna fit tighter most likely. With some fitment and some wiggling around, getting things to fit right and just wearing it in, both of these will fit the same pouches. Just make sure you guys know your gear and test out what you're fitting it into, and you should be good. Also, before we end this video, I wanna mention, if you guys are looking for any prepper gear or things like that, survival gear, or books involving water procurement, survival, you guys are looking for medical supplies like IFAKs, med bags, blowout kits for arterial bleeding, I have everything linked in my bio, my storefront for Amazon, as well as other reputable dealers who are selling medical outside of Amazon. So if you guys want to check that out and support the channel as well as advance your preps, feel free to do so. The point I want to get at here though is it's all personal preference, personal opinion. It's what you guys want for your gear and what you're going to run. But whatever you do, make sure you're running it, make sure you're vetting your equipment. If you haven't tried this and tested it to make sure it's tried and true, then none of it matters what you buy. You could buy a Glock mag, but your Glock mag might malfunction. Now, I'm not going to say that extreme, but that does happen. Like, people say, like, just because the weapon is high quality or it's not budget tier, that it's not going to malfunction and it's made to last you every time. That may be true, it's going to last, but it doesn't mean it won't malfunction. Every weapon can malfunction. A BCM, Daniel Defense, anything can malfunction. Take care of your weapon system. Make sure you know its current status of how many round counts you have on it, and make sure you're just keeping good maintenance on it and taking it out to shoot it to make sure it's not malfunctioning and it's currently running reliably. Like I said, vet your equipment and you'll be okay. Also, guys, before we close off this video, I want to get in a side little conversation. What do you guys think when it comes to magazines for the modern Minuteman? How many magazines do you think the modern Minuteman should have in their loadout for a chest rig or plate carrier? Me personally, I subscribe to a different belief when it comes to chest rigs versus plate carriers. I think a plate carrier should have a downloaded amount of magazines versus or a downsized amount of magazines versus a chest rig. A chest rig doesn't have the weight of plates, so in exchange of the weight of plates, you should exchange the weight for ammunition, in my opinion. And you could also have more sustainment gear within our chest rig. I did a video like that, so I'll probably link it somewhere on the end screen or something at the end of this video. But yeah, it's a cool little conversation. A lot of people think they need like 12 mags, which isn't a bad idea, but I think if you got like at least 7 at a minimum, you're good. Like I said, I'll have more videos like this coming out later on today or later this week involving prepping and things alike, as well as short form content, and I might be live streaming soon as well. I hope you guys went on to enjoy it, and this is FP out.